It's Daniel Dahdah from Our Ladies Healthcare with a week 12 update on our Endo hero, Monique. Monique's been tracking now for 13 weeks, and what we're seeing is a change in her recording tool we call the SOS. And Monique's been starting to go through her third menstrual cycle now with some changes. So you'll see that each menstrual cycle has been recorded, and then there's a gap of blue in between the menstrual symptoms. So the bleed is red, and it denotes the bleed on the first cycle once treatment was introduced at that orange bar there. Now, just to let you know, each row represents 1 day. All right, so that's the first bleed before treatment was introduced, the first bleed after treatment was introduced, the second bleed after treatment was introduced, and now we're 2 days away from the third bleed. But what the traffic light system does here is it shows you how quickly we're able to track very meaningful patient-centered outcomes. Monique's almost recovered by the third cycle here in terms of premenstrual distress. Whereas if we go up, we can see that she was actually having quite a heck of a time here with all sorts of things like presence of discharge, thrush, ovulatory pain, ovulatory duration. The text is a little bit difficult to read when I've got it in this macroscopic view, but look at the color change there as well. In fact, Monique has exclaimed here that she can't believe, and she didn't put it in those terms, she used some quite colourful language. I don't even know I've ovulated. I'm grateful that my sleep was deep and undisturbed, and not disturbed by anxiety. My brain fog and clarity are still better than what they used to be. I'm no longer considering Ritalin. Isn't that great? I'm grateful my mood is shifting and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, this is remarkable because Monique is one of those very complex cases who has seen about 20 specialists, and now she's starting to track green in her spreadsheet. Now, you might recall that 8 to 10 is color-coded red, 4 to 7 is yellow, and 0 to 3 is green. Well, now we have metrics here as well that we can tell how Monique is actually traveling in terms of her health index as well. So that you can do all sorts of fancy things with regards to this comparison of baseline and the second menstrual cycle, dropping from 82 to 39, 75 to 39, 84 to 9, 34 to 23, 12 to 0. There's some very interesting changes taking place there as well. And we're moving through phases of healing. The first phase actually occurs in the mind. It's a paradigm. I mean, when somebody's been to so many people for so long, hope gets shot. And they're wondering, well, I don't know, I'm just desperate. I'll try anything. They haven't quite bought into the model of care. But when you start to see healing and the context of reds occurring, but just not like they used to, if you take a look here, and then you take a look up in these sections in there with regards to borderline personality disorder, suicide ideation, feeling fragile, panicking, need to latch on to someone, feeling emotional, range of emotions and tears, mood changeable, PMDD, inability to accept kindness, low self-esteem. So we're going through this phase where Monique is starting to see more green occurring, and now she's starting to see trend. Now that's exciting because now people who have these very complicated cases can come to you and they can say, well, I'm starting to witness changes here, and I'm not just giving my practitioner the last worst result that I can remember. No, they seek context. I mean, this has been going on. Some of these symptoms, premenstrual abdominal pain, early labour pain, it's been going on for 17 years. She gets the problem for 7 to 10 days prior to her bleed, which is occurring in 2 days. She's given me a string of zeros in the last 10 days. It's an extraordinary outcome. The body's just so powerful. And the idea of even sugar cravings, rate your ability to lie on your back from days 22 to 28. Nausea. The nausea before my period increases terribly to the point where I get dizziness and a hot sensation throughout my body. Well, that occurs 7 days prior, but she's been saying it's half as bad as it used to be, or even I don't even have the issue. And we've got 2 days to go before she has her next bleed. And it's been, that condition's been getting worse. Premenstrual pain when I push with constipation, it's been going on for 6 years and it's 10 days prior. The colours say something. Again, 6 years for premenstrual low back pain, early labour pain, resembles the person from Split. That's been going on for 17 years and it occurs 7 to 10 days. Well, her chart's looking much better. Again, she mentioned things like thrush, discharge, ovulatory pain. All of these things have been going on for years and she's doing something remarkable. Anyway, I just thought I'll share with you our way of tracking a person's chronic complex disorders, symptoms, their needs for things to get by, the things they'd like to do but they certainly can't. Well, Monique's just going wonderfully well at the moment, and I believe that the more chiropractors and practitioners we have doing this here, the more we can take computer programming, scale these results and turn these into community medicine or epidemiology studies. This is a predictive tool. As you know, I will have predicted these outcomes with a certain level of confidence, which is why I went public right from the word go up here, March 5. I believe that Monique would actually start to improve. I'm starting to see that improvement, and more importantly, so is she. She's starting to see improvements, which really builds hope. And that's why it's important to visualize healing and not always pathology. You can do both, but importantly, let's show how powerful the body is at healing. Again, Dahdah from Our Ladies Healthcare. If you'd like more information, obviously click the link in the description or bio below.